Good morning, students. I myself, Divakar Pandey from KUNTI NAGAR, Modern English School, NAWADA, and welcome to you in your e-learning class. Today, I am going to provide you my fourth video of lesson 3 in Civics that belongs to class 7. In this concern, I have already discussed you about chief ministers and ministers in my previous video. And today I am going to discuss how a debate is held on in a legislative assembly. Now, today we are going to discuss there are some students like all of you, and their name is Afrin, Sujata, and many other students. These students from a school traveled to the state capital. Why do you know? To visit the legislative assembly. As we know, the legislative assembly is always situated in the capital city of a state. Where is it located? It is located, it means the legislative assembly is always located in the capital city of every state. So, Afrin, Sujata and their classmates who were going to visit the legislative assembly, they reached to the capital city. What happened after it? Situation. Which type of situation is found there? It means in which type of place a legislative assembly is housed. So the legislative assembly that was housed in an impressive building. It means an assembly of the legislative. It means the legislative assembly is always situated in an impressive building. What was the situation inside it? Yes, inside it there was a gallery from where they could see the large hall, and below there were rows and rows of desks which has been arranged inside the legislative assembly. Why? To assemble the MLAs. This assembly was going to have a debate on a current problem. It means, do you know what happens in such type of debate? Yes, MLAs can express their opinions and ask questions related to the issues or give suggestions. It means MLAs are free to give suggestions about what should be done by the government. Those who wish to can respond. Yes, they can respond who want to wish. It means they can respond to this, and then the minister has to reply to the questions and try to assure the assembly that possible steps, it means positive steps, are being taken. As we know, the chief minister and other ministers have to take decision and run the government. We usually hear about them or see them in the news channel, or we always read about them in the newspaper also. But the important fact is that what your decisions are being taken have to be so what your decisions have to be approved by the members of the Legislative Assembly, it is necessary to approve them. In a democracy, these members are free to ask questions and to give any suggestions. It means they are free to debate an important issue and can take decision where money should be spent. In addition to this, they have the main authority. Like this, a debate is always held on in an assembly of the legislative. It means in the legislative assembly. So now there are 6 MLAs about which I am going to discuss, and these 6 MLAs belong to the opposition party. Which type of questions are being asked by these MLAs? Now we come to the first MLA. What issues the first MLA is discussing? The first MLAs, according to the first MLAs, he says in his constituency of Akhandgaon during the last 3 weeks, there were 15 deaths because of diarrhea. He says he thinks it is a shame that this government has not been able to check the situation of a simple problem like diarrhea, while this government proclaimed itself to be a champion of technology. And he says he would call the attention of the minister in charge of health to take immediate measures to control the situation. It means this is the issue of Akhandgaon about which MLA first is discussing. Can you tell me whose responsibility is this? Yes, this is the responsibility of caring of the majority party whose government is working in majority. It means it is the duty of ruling party to take the decision on such type of matter, like as we have already discussed you about Akhandgaon. Now we come to the second MLA. What is the question of second MLA? Second MLA is asking, and he is saying his question, that his question is, why are government hospitals in such a bad situation? It means it is the question of second MLA that the government hospitals are in a bad position. Why is the government not appointing proper doctors? It means there are no any proper doctor or other medical staffs in these government hospitals, and like this the situation of these hospitals, government hospitals, are very bad. It means pitiable in the laxation of good adequate doctors and medical staffs. Next, he says he would also like to know from the majority party or from the government that how the government plans to deal with this situation, which is affecting a large number of people and is also spreading. So this is an epidemic. It is the question of MLA2. So like this, MLA2 is questioning about the bad condition of government hospitals, that there are no doctors, no adequate medical staffs in these hospitals, and whose responsibility is this? So these type of questions are always discussed in debate of the legislative assembly that belong to the situation of their personal areas, their respective areas. Now we come to the third MLA. Third MLA is questioning that his constituency of Tolapatti, it means Tolpatti, too has a serious shortage of water. It means Tolapatti has the issue of shortage of water. It means there is water problem. Women travel up to 3 or 4 kilometers to collect water. So this is the situation of Tolapatti that is being asked by the MLA things. And now he asks that how many tankers have been put into service to supply water. This is the question of MLA third from the government. How many wells and ponds have been cleaned and disinfected? To like this type of regional questions are always asked in the debate of legislative assembly. Like this, when we come to the next MLA 4, MLA 4 is saying that he thinks his colleagues are excreting the problem. It means the government has taken steps to control the situation. Water tankers have been put into service. It means this is the matter that